Arj did not.
RJ, let's put up a screen.
I was muted.
Good morning, everybody. We're glad to be here with our Nature's Frequencies family. Have everybody join us this morning. I hope everybody's got their patches on. I've got my Nitro and Renew because I'm so vain and I want to look younger and younger. And I have my earthing card around my waist. So I'm drinking energetic water. I was sharing, I'm just talking. So if you want to get started, I'm just.
Yep, we got it. We got it.
Okay.
All right. Do you see what I see now?
We see Nature's Frequencies. Is that where we were going to start?
This is the next slide. Yes.
Okay. So if we'll go back, so this is welcome to Nature's Frequencies. We are going to be talking about energetic health and wellness in a way that you can energize yourself and your life. And we do this every Saturday right here. So we invite you, especially if you're on YouTube, to be our guest every Saturday at this time.
All right.
So we want to begin today by honoring someone who was very instrumental in helping Nature's Frequencies build. And that is our friend, my mentor, Michelle Sanchez, who passed away on November the 29th. Actually, I think it was the 22nd. But anyway, Michelle died after a short bout with cancer. And she was an incredible woman who always put other people first. She is responsible for a lot of our marketing that you see, the Energized Dream Team. She designed and developed that. She, and maybe Rick and RJ want to speak for a minute. I know she was very instrumental on designing a lot of our brochure. I mean, she just gave so much. And one of the things that I want to say that's kind of happy, is that she and I used to joke a lot about her being expert on everything. And I was like, I know, you're an expert. And she was, but she didn't say that to feed her ego. She did the grunty detail work and invested in her learning so that she could make everything super simple for everyone else. And I'm going to miss her tremendously because she brought great value to my life. And she was my go-to girl.
Yeah, thank you, Susie.
We want to honor her today.
She was, as Susie put it, an incredibly intelligent person. RJ and I would have a debate and ask Michelle, all right, Michelle, who's right? And it was like Judge Judy. Michelle would tell us which way to go or the right direction. And she enjoyed life and may she rest in peace. She was a really neat lady. And thank you, everybody.
Yes.
All right, Arj.
All right. Are we going next?
And I know that she was a big inspiration to Arj. She taught me so much.
The amount of hours I worked with Michelle late night was crazy. We would work through the night.
And you know what she used to say about you, Arj?
What's that?
She talked about what a hard worker you were, how quick you were, how smart you were. And she really enjoyed working with you for those reasons, because you were just easy to work with and easy to absorb new things. So she loves you guys.
This is great. Well, rest in peace, Michelle.
Thank you, guys. All right. Well, we are going to, and I also want to say that Michelle is the one who introduced me to the Nature's Frequencies technology. And I'm going to be forever grateful because in doing my due diligence, I learned that, you know, you can do all the right exercise, you can have the right diet, but the missing link for most people is what we call frequency or voltage. All right. That is what is missing in most people's lives. So I love this video, and it's going to kind of explain that to you in just a quick couple minutes.
Good health is not something we can buy, but something we can improve. For decades, people have searched the answers to many questions regarding our health and improving it. Do you want to have the ability to live life to the fullest? Are you interested in sleeping better at night and having more energy during the day in a natural, healthy way? What if there was a revolutionary technology that could change your life? A technology that slows the aging process of fruits, vegetables, and breads, and also assists the body in offsetting the harmful effects of electromagnetic fields and more? We introduce Nature's Frequencies, an award-winning company that manufactures innovative health and wellness products under 6 U.S. patents, with natural health and wellness solutions that assists with balancing and harmonizing the body. But how do we do this? We combine knowledge from the East with technology from the West. As far back as 6000 BC, the Chinese have believed that the body has an optimal energy flow. When this flow is disrupted, it manifests negatively by stimulating specific points on the body. The body is encouraged to correct itself. We fast forward to the 19th century, a period of exciting scientific progress in the West. During this time, Nikola Tesla was a genius before his time. This Serbian-American inventor, engineer, and physicist confirmed the existence of scalar waves. Scalar waves are composed of pure zero-point energy. This gives them the ability to store data in a substrate. But something must be able to hold the data. Enter Dennis Gabor, who in 1971 won the Nobel Prize for his invention and development of the holographic method. Holography can be used to store information inside crystals. And this knowledge is combined today to help you have better health, and life. When applied to the body, the unique energy field signatures of Nature's Frequencies products correct and harmonize your body's frequency to optimize your body's energy flow. When the body's energy flow is restored and harmonized, the health of the body is naturally realigned. All of this has been developed by a family company with big plans for the future. Visit our website, www.naturesfrequencies.com, to take care of your precious health with Nature's Frequencies. Inspired by Tesla, patented by us.
Awesome. I love that. And guys, if you don't mind, I just want to share something because I actually woke up this morning thinking about the genius of Nature's Frequencies. So our bodies need energy to, as the video said, live life in the fullest. So how do we do that? Well, nature provides the answers, okay? Everything is energy. And certainly everything in nature provides the right type of energy that we need for our bodies. And so you're going to learn today this genius of replicating the energies, the frequencies from nature. And just like the video said, programming it on a wearable substrate that then allows the body to use those frequencies.
You know, Susie, you are so right. And the answer is in nature.
It is.
And I absolutely agree. You couldn't have put it better. You know, that was like a ding moment.
Yeah, I just woke up this morning, you know, and thinking about that because, you know, if I can just talk for a minute,
Yeah.
I was explaining to somebody about our food freshness card and the earthing card and how it increases the BOVI value, the life force, the energy. And I went online to kind of find a way to explain this to people besides our testing. But the site that I went to explained that natural, organic foods and ingredients contain the most energy. All right. And the reason that we consume food and water, there's only one reason. Okay. And that is for energy, for life to live. Okay. And so I was just reminded of that this morning. And again, the genius, you know how much I love that food freshness card. I mean, everything I eat and put in my body, even my bath. Okay. So I won't steal the show,
No.
but I just woke up with that inspiration.
Well, while you're at it, if you sound like Dr. Marie, you have to watch a Dr. Marie video, because she explains that, you know, some food is dead and it gives nothing to you. And she is an herbalist who grows her own food, who grows her microgreens, and makes sure that everything she has the most energy. And as a nutritionalist and herbalist, she also, like, she hugs the food freshness card and the energy and vitality card. She goes, it's energy. And that's why you eat. That's why you drink. And that's exactly what Marie says.
Yeah. I have found this piece, and another reason I'm forever grateful to Michelle, I have found this frequency piece to be the most fascinating, life-altering self-care that we can do. I mean, I just find it absolutely fascinating. And I'm grateful for you guys for making it available to everybody. And I think the more that people learn about this, the more they will realize how everything that we need is provided for us. We just need somebody to tell us where it is.
Let's have fun, Susie.
All right, let's go.
Forget about the rest of the videos. I got some stuff I gotta share.
Okay.
RJ and I were at a trade show, and we were in Colorado. It was a sports chiropractor show. And our Dr. Silverman, who we love, actually got the award for the best chiropractor in sports. And while we're there, we met a company that was a wellness company. And the guys were wicked nice. And one of the guys walks over, they're at a booth next to us. And he walks over and he goes, I am in constant pain in my lower back. And this is what I gave him. I loaded up his back with Nitro and Relief. Back then it was called Discomfort. So this is after we went to dinner with him, and I gave him lots of product, and the greatest guys. Anyways, the next day he sent me this email: pill count before nature's frequencies, approximately 6 per day of 30 milligram oxycodone with varying degrees of relief. Pill count after nature's frequencies, 6 total since last Friday with considerable success. I found another way to affix them. I have 3 patches taped to the inside of my belt. I have no expectation about being total pain-free, but being able to manage my pain without narcotics is critical. Rick, you've added years to my life and life to my years. God bless you. He shook a bottle at the show and said, I take these all day long. He goes, I can't. And, you know, when you change somebody's life with a patch versus, you know, just, he goes, I live on these 6 a day he was taking. And then it was 6 since last Friday. I guess he sent me this like a week later. But, you know, that's something that's pretty amazing.
It is. It is. And, you know, there is a better way, right?
Here's another good one. This is classic because at the same show, where with across from us is Dr. Hoy's. They make a natural pain cream with arnica, and the ladies that owns it and runs it are wicked nice. So we're talking and talking. So I gave them a bunch of my patches. They gave us a bunch of their Dr. Hoy's cream gel, and they actually sell sports teams like professional baseball teams. Because it's not a drug. Arnica is natural. It's a natural pain cream. So I get this email from Christy, and she actually works, her job, she works in the emergency room. And this is from Christy. After having dental work done involving 2 new crowns on opposing teeth, top and bottom, I started having a great deal of pain in my jaw. I went back to my dentist twice and readjusted my bite. thinking that that's where the pain was coming from. The pain only got worse, shooting into my jaw and upper face. The pain was waking me up on a bed at night. It was making my neck stiff and sore too. So I went to my chiropractor for adjustments and massage. Then I caught a cold, which made the pain worse in my sinuses. I still wasn't sure what was causing the pain exactly. I work in the emergency room and asked one of our docs to take a look. He prescribed me an antibiotic. I'm not one to take medicine for pain unless I really need it, but I was taking pain meds constantly, only to take the edge off and help me sleep. This was going on for over a month. One night, my friend remembered that she had some pain chips and offered them for me to try. As soon as I placed those stickers on my jaw and my cheek, my pain went from a seething 8 to a dull 4, and then about 10 seconds later, my pain was gone. I was amazed and very relieved. My friend, her family, and my family were all shocked because they had been watching me hold my face and squint my eyes in pain. But within seconds, my pain was gone. I was standing up straight, my eyes wide open, and a big smile on my face. That relief lasted throughout the night. I wore the pain chips to work the next day, not caring about the funny looks and question I was getting from the stickers on my face. The day after that, I saw the endodontist who recommended a root canal, which I gladly agreed to. I wore the chips during the procedure the next day. Thankfully, there was no pain after that. I know this is kind of long, but I want to tell how thankful I am for relief those discomfort chips gave me. It's not very often I had the opportunity to be in so much pain and to test out products for pain relief. I wish I thought I used them sooner. And this is a lady that she is in charge of sales for pain cream. Anyways, so it's kind of a nice thing that we can help people naturally. Like,
Absolutely.
there's nothing being absorbed in the skin that, it's a frequency, and we're really good at it, Susie. Anyways, can I give you some more of these?
I like that.
Can I tell you some more?
Sure.
Because there's so many that come from trade shows. The best one is like 9 years ago when we met Dr. Janine at Life. A lady walks up to us and she can't close her hand. Her hands are useless. She goes, I'm a massage therapist, a chiropractor. My hands are useless. Is there anything you can do? So I put on the back of her hand back then it was called discomfort patches. Put them on the back of her hand. In minutes, she's like moving her hand. She goes, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Then she goes, my left hand's working. And I didn't put any patches on the left hand. But on the back of your hand, you can see all the veins and arteries. Well, your blood is water. The blood's picking it up. So all of a sudden, her left hand's working. She starts crying in front of RJ and I, literally crying. She goes, I can't believe this. And then she picks up a pen and said, I haven't been able to hold a pen in years. Picks up a pen and goes, I want to sign an order, buy it. And she's been a customer ever since. But and this was down with Dr. Janine at Life. And it was amazing when you can change somebody just like that. I have another one. We got a doctor. One of the doctors we work with that I met, I met this doctor at the conference that I took my son Michael to on scalar waves about 10 years ago. And I met this Dr. Dana, she has 3 doctorates, a pharmacology, an oncologist, and an MD. Like, she teaches in medical schools. She's a genius. And she gave us a lot of the formulas. So one night I get an email from her, and it's random. And again, you're talking about a genius doctor. She was living in Germany, teaching in the UK. She wrote me, I had the worst gout and excruciating pain at 2 a.m. and had no meds. Everything was closed. So I tried and put the relief patches on it. I wasn't expecting anything, but I had no choice. I tried the patches, it worked. In 30 minutes, I was sound asleep. Absolutely amazing. And then she wrote she's got a patient, Joanna, in New York. I had minor surgery 6 months ago for a spur and have had back pain ever since. The first day using the patches, I could sleep through the night without discomfort. Anyways, Dana is a true genius. If there's a medical genius out there, it's her. And she helped us with a lot of cool formulas. She would say, she was a naturopathic doctor also. So she could say, you use milk thistle for this, or the cold and sinus formula. A lot of that came from her, which became immunity. Anyways, so how we doing, Susie?
I think we're doing good. We might want to get to our presentation, and maybe we can watch some of the videos.
Yeah. Okay.
If you want to, yeah.
I just had to tell you some of these. I was thinking.
Of course, and we probably need to have a day of story time.
Yeah.
Because I
All right,
often
Arj.
yeah.
Susie's taking the power back. Give it to her.
Susie's taking
Give her the
power
screen.
back. All right, where would you like to start?
The next screen.
You know what? Let's just start from the beginning, and I may improvise just a little bit because I didn't mean to, but I kind of told the story already.
Yeah, you did. That's good.
About how powerful it is. So we won't spend a lot of time in the beginning. We can get right to the meat.
You got some videos in there.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
RJ, I think Susie heard enough of me.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. I just know that, people want to see some things with their eyes.
Yeah.
Good,
right.
Good answer, Susie.
No, I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just telling you the truth. As a matter of fact, I guess we're going to start with the eyes right now. So I'm going to just let you guys take over, because I think I kind of explained, and the video did too. So
perfect. Thank you, Susie.
Yeah.
Susie, it's always a pleasure. All right, today's topic. I can't tell you how many times people, RJ and I have done a million trade shows, not a million, but a lot. And people walk up, I have back pain, I have this. Well, Nitro and Relief is today's topic. And all you got to do, and we've done this so many times, is take 4 relief patches on the lower back and make like a plus sign. Put Nitro in the middle and 2 Nitros on the sides, and you'll be amazed within minutes. People will be like, wow, that worked. I can move. And I'll be like this. And RJ and I have done this so many times at so many places. So when I see people like that, anyways, and the other trick is do what Frank does. Put this in your back and you'll be amazed. Tuck it in the back of your pants or in the back of your chair. The Energy and Vitality card does amazing things to help your back if you put it there. So RJ, let's flip this. Where are we here? Let's hear from somebody else. RJ's heard enough of me.
Let's just say this is the normal blood. Please explain what just happened.
Well, they separated.
And what does that mean?
Well, actually, there's an increase in blood flow. And if this were internal...
Ron, I like that sexy head.
Can you just look at me 1 second? Now you just look
Here
at
we go again.
Just by adding the pain chip, and what did you just say?
I just said that increased blood flow, more oxygen to the body, less pain.
And then you just said one more thing also.
Did I say...
You did say.
Pretty unique.
Pretty amazing.
Pretty amazing, that's what I said.
Okay.
All right, RJ, I got to explain to everybody.
Yes, it's a great video.
Yeah, Dr. Smith, may he rest in peace, was a blood doctor for many, many, many years. And he would look at the blood, and he honestly said a lot of things to me that I learned. He goes, number one, he goes, every single cell separated. And when you look at blood, there's rouleau. And that's what happens with EMF. It clumps up the blood, and then all of a sudden it doesn't go through. So why does your head go up 1.5 degrees in a 3-minute call? Because your phone irritates the blood. The blood gets rouleau, which means it's stuck together. It can't go through the capillaries. Your brain sees it as a problem. The fight or flight kicks in, it sends more blood. Your ear gets hot. That's why your head gets hot 1.5 degrees in a 3-minute call on average. Guess what? With a phone chip, it goes up 0.08. But we're not talking about the phone chip. We're talking about the blood. When he put the pain chip on, discomfort chip on the slide, it separated the blood. All right. And he took his hand and went like this. He goes, Rick, you don't need to be a brain surgeon for this. This doesn't go through. A single cell flies right through. More oxygen, less pain. That is really simple. He goes, if it, you have capillaries everywhere. They're tiny. If it's rouleau, it's not going to go through. So to make a long story short, we tried it with a performance chip, which became the energy and vitality patch, and the program did the same thing. Our patches help the blood separate. And we've also had people test it with the EMF shield. It helps the blood separate. And anytime you get more blood flow, you're helping your body get more oxygen, which just helps your body. Your blood's not made to be coagulated. It's made to be separate. And that's kind of what that video showed. Does that make sense, Arch?
That does make sense.
All right. Okay, what do we have next?
Okay.
Sorry about the hacking. Do we have anything next?
Oh, okay. I'm not sharing my screen. There we go. I'm gonna fix that.
Dr. Stan. Now talk about other geniuses. Dr. Stan does research on everything like that. If I have a question, I can ask Dr. Stan. If he doesn't know the answer, he will not hypothesize. He will look it up, find the answer. But this man is super intelligent. He has seen pretty much everything. I think he's almost a 40-year practitioner. And he's an incredibly intelligent person that I really respect. And let's hear from Dr. Stan Arch. What does he have to say?
The Nitro patch is largely, as I understand it, marketed for helping with exercise performance. And from my perspective, the biggest challenge for people is starting an exercise program. So I'm happy to help people fine tune their exercise program. That's not usually where I'm involved in patients' care, unless I can tell that they're injuring themselves from their exercise. But starting exercise when you're out of shape, there's this phase where you don't have enough energy and it hurts the next day. And so that is a negative feedback, and it's hard for people to get started. And so if something gives you more energy that allows you to exercise better, then you'll start exercise and your muscles themselves will start to get into better conditioning and able to generate their own nitric oxide. And I know somebody quite well who he was so affected by EMF that he didn't exercise at all. It was too exhausting to go take a walk. And once he started using the Nitro patches, in addition to some of the other tech, he's exercising regularly again. Cross-country skied last year.
That's a beautiful thing. I hear, energy, you hear so much now, brain fog, fatigue, and, fatigue. Nitro increase is designed to be nitric oxide, increase your nitric oxide production. So we got pretty lucky, and like most of our products, they tend to work. And Dr. Stan kind of likes the Nitro because of that. And he's seen great results with people that want to exercise but can't exercise. And I'm hearing more and more people that, their family member just has trouble getting out of bed, and that like anything is a challenge. So you want to use Nitro. I put them K27 here. I really like them on my wrist. If I really like the wrist point, just so you know, you can't miss it. It's got all the arteries and veins right there. So anytime you need a quick burst, Nitro, it's going to help. So anyways, what do we have next, Arch?
We got another Dr. Stan.
We have another Dr. Stan.
We do.
There's something called nitric oxide, which is largely associated with vascular health and heart health. And because it causes the arteries to dilate when they may be in spasm. So nitric oxide is really critical for arterial health and getting circulation where you want it, which is most places.
Which is most places. When you add the relief patch to nitric oxide, you're going to help that area the relief works on the meridian system, and it helps to relieve. A lot of times, if you have a body part that doesn't work, your body shuts it off, and the meridian system shuts it off, and then it doesn't work. And it's like, I have a knee, and every once in a while, if I move it the wrong way, I may feel like, and then you put a relief patch on it, and all of a sudden you have full movement again. Why? Because something got shut off. So if you combine nitro and relief, a lot of times it helps, and it works, and it fixes people. So, you know, the best product to give anybody, if they have any kind of discomfort, is nitro and relief. Put them together. It works phenomenal. We have any more, Arch?
Yep, we got one
do.
from Dr. Wai Ching Lee.
Dr. Wai Ching is another just super smart. Her family has been doctors for kings and queens, and she is a cherished person that's just amazing. So let's hear from Dr. Wai Ching.
Is that it's too wonderful. It's really magical. Just like some of the products that you have created. I was really excited to discover them, especially like this nitric oxide, the nitro. Yeah. I was impressed that there's a company making this, especially for now, to help with oxygenation of the body. And of course, I teach this infinity breath, which is 8 counts in, a little tip for all of you, 8 counts in and 8 counts out. And then deepening in that. So if you can do that, that would just boost up a lot of the mitochondria in the cells in the body.
I love hearing from, you smile when you just look at her and talk to her. She's great. 8 counts in, hold it, and 8 counts out. And she just fills the room with energy. And you can see the nitro patches. She likes them on K27. A lot of our practitioners wear them on K27, the upper chest points. It's a good thing, and just many of our people, our doctors in particular, say they wear nitro every day. It's an everyday thing.
Speaking of nitro,
the nitro is an incredible patch, Arch. Can I tell some more stories now?
Yeah.
Can I? All right.
Story time.
He told me to talk about nitro and relief. So while I got RJ, we were at another trade show. RJ and I were in Foxwoods in Connecticut, and it was the New York Chiropractor Show. And we're all day long, RJ's whining, his shoulders hurting. And I mean, whining. Dad, he wanted to get a drink at noon. And I'm like, no. So one of our practitioners, Deb, is an acupuncturist, walked by. And I go, Deb, can you please help him? And it's his right shoulder. It was all sore. She starts taking her like knuckle and pushing on his left hip. And I'm like, okay, it's his shoulder, Deb. She goes, yeah, I know. And all of a sudden I see his face, and his face changes. And he goes, yeah. And he starts moving his shoulder up. She goes, that's the spot. So he looks right at me. He goes, pain just went shot down like that. It shot down. So later on the day, it's like 6, the show's over, 7 o'clock at night. We're up in the room. He's whining again. And we're walking to the elevator. We're like on the 10th floor. We're walking to the elevator, and he's whining again. And now he wants alcohol. He wants beer, a lot of it. And I go, whoa, 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 whoa. What are you at? He goes like an 8. They go, let's go back to the room and put some pain chips. Back then it was discomfort on your left hip. He put like 3 patches right in the left hip. He used to load up his shoulder. He put it on the acupuncture point in the left hip. We're walking back to the elevator to go out. And by the time we got to the elevator, he goes, Dad, it's like a 4. By the time they got down to the first floor, he goes, it's like a 2. He goes, that was amazing. Remember that, Arch?
Oh, yeah. I definitely remember that. Definitely remember that. In the whining thing, it's you didn't tell him that it was a near-death jet ski experience, but that's
RJ got a jet ski throttle through his shoulder and neck. So
almost took my arm off.
It almost took his life away, and we got him home to the hospital quick enough.
So the whining, that's where the whining came from. So this wasn't like I lifted weights at the gym and was sore.
All right. Anyways, we're at a food show, and we have people all the time, and you can see people carrying these big, heavy bags. And this one guy's carrying this big, heavy bag with a group of people, and they're looking at the food freshness card and for their store and blah, blah, blah. So the guy's doing this in his shoulder. I go, does that hurt? He goes, it kills. So I go, come here. I go, pull your shirt down, and I put a bunch of relief patches on it. And he looks at the girl next to him and like just stares at her. And he goes, I don't know what he just did, but my shoulder feels better. And she goes, no way. And then some other guy walks by with him, and they catch up, and he starts telling him. And the guy goes, my back is killing me. So I did the cross of 4 relief patches, and I loaded it up with a bunch of nitro. And the guy goes, this isn't going to work. I'm like, okay, fine. Come back and see me in 10 minutes. Give it a minute. He comes back in like 5 minutes, and he goes, I don't know what you just did, but I'm fine. And, we get this all the time. One of my favorite stories came from Dr. Lisa. She was in Walmart, and she sees a patient of hers, and the lady has a severe headache coming on. And she goes, Doc, is there anything you can do for me? And she had relief patches. And this is actually Dr. Lisa who helped put the 6 essential oils into Discomfort Plus, which made it Discomfort Plus, which made it relief. Anyways, she put 2 patches on the back of her neck. And usually when this lady gets her headaches, severe ones, she's got to go home and lock herself in a room, and the kids have to go fend for themselves. She put them on, and the lady goes, I can't believe it. My headache's gone. And this is somebody who's used to getting headaches. At my tennis club the other day, we have a retirement party for one of our head pros. He's older. He was a great guy, taught tennis. He goes, I can't teach anymore. My knees are killing me. So I gave him a whole bunch of relief patches for his knee. And he goes, I just can't teach. I can't play. So the other day, he hits me up. Hey, Rick, I want to play. So he goes, in your Monday night group, can I come play? I'm like, well, I thought your knee was toast. He goes, your patches work. My knee feels great. And he's playing tennis again. And I give him patches all the time when I see him. He helped teach Jolie tennis for a while. He did clinics with Jolie. So we love helping people. The other day, I was asking Elaine in the UK for inventory. And she goes, Rick, sorry, I couldn't get back to you. My hands weren't working. I have severe arthritis. So I hit her back. I go, Elaine, go take a package of relief, package of renew, load up the back of your hands with relief, and put nitro on the inside of your wrist. A day later, she goes, oh my God. She hit me back. I should have thought of that. It's working lovely. Thank you. And because just sometimes people don't think. So I got some more. RJ, can I tell some more?
Yeah.
I can. From Rochelle, who we all love and we've heard from before. She goes, I ended up with chronic pain in my head and my shoulder, and the pain was excruciating. As a massage therapist, I need functioning arms. So I use relief in my elbows and shoulder points, and no pain whatsoever within 5 minutes. And while we're talking about Rochelle, today's about nitro. Rochelle swears her patients, men, love it 2 inches below the belly button. That's all I'm going to say. She's had phenomenal success with men. Nitro, 2 inches below the belly button. She goes, Rick, it's a hidden secret. It's not a blue pill. It's nitro, 2 inches below the belly button. So another doctor we have, said, I've had some of the higher dosages of discomfort medication prescribed. And for some serious problems to my upper and lower back, been off discomfort medication now for 5 years with a relief patch. It keeps discomfort. It keeps me suffering from suffering. And when I start to feel discomfort, it's time to change my patches. And once I do, total relief again. Just amazing. I love these stories. So, helping people is what it's about. I get letters like this from people thanking us. And Arj, want me to go more? Are we good? Susie, are we good? Is that enough? Aren't you tired of Rick?
No, we never get tired of Rick,
Well,
but
I
if
was
we've got
muted.
some
There we go.
specials,
we do.
We do.
So I just wanted to tell people, you should keep Nitro and Relief with you, especially on the tennis court,
Yeah.
Susie.
you're right, you're
I
right.
have a lady up here, an elderly lady that's a 4-0. She's excellent. And she saw like a bunch of the ladies wear Nitro. What are these patches? I go, well, that one's nitric oxide, but she goes, what do you have in your knee? I go, that's Relief because my knees hurt. She goes, my elbow's killing me. So I go, here, try it. I gave her a sample pack of Nitro and Relief. And she comes back. The next time I see her, she goes, those are amazing. They work. I can play. My arm doesn't hurt. She's been a customer ever since. Since. I see orders for her all the time. She lives in my town of Guilford. She's a 4-0. She's a great tennis player and a really nice lady. And it was just, hey, they work. That's all she can say is it works. You know, it doesn't hurt. It works. So keep Relief on you. You never know who you're going to help.
Yeah, I need to put that in my tennis bag.
Yeah, it's just a handy thing. Arj, what do we got?
All right, back to today's special.
All right, this is something I had to do. I got more people in the past week tell us, I can't thank you enough for doing the buy one, get one free. I said, I've got people that couldn't afford it. I've got people, we're helping people. And that's what we're here for. You could say that some people are here for the money. I'm here to help people. I'm not here for the money. Nothing makes me happier when I hear that we made somebody